Well. Good evening, cyber friends. Billy Man coming back at you from Walker's Music. Yet another word for the day. I'm so sorry. This is very late. But believe it or not, people, I tried to get this video out this morning, but nevertheless, I ran into some issues, and so I'm just now getting ready to get it out. I want to give a big shout out to the YouTube fam, Baby Justice, all the way to the Big Papa JT's. Where's Mama JT? Y'all know what time it is. The End Time Harvest Gang, Brother L.A. from Kingdom Knowledge, Elder Michael McCray, Lady D, Elect Sister 777, Sister Linda K, and also our brother P.P. Drawing, Brother Hottencliff, all to make up the fam, TJ, Vaughn, everyone that makes up the circle. I want to say something, people. I want to cut through the chain. We always give God the glory. Y'all know that by now. We give Him the praise. Life, health, and strength for as well as it is. Without Him, we can't do nothing anyway. But I want to say something here tonight, people. It seems to me that it never fails. That sometimes people send you some things, and sometimes some things be very good. And I think I was sent a video, Brother L.A., you had it on one of your videos. I ain't been too long watching. This guy singing. He was doing some great singing. And I mean, that really touched me because, man, I do that every day. I do that every day. And I do it on a daily basis. And I know every week I'm also doing the same thing. That's right in my stomping ground. And that's right in my stomping ground, that traditional gospel music and everything. I love that song, but God's gonna fix it. And I just love that, man. And I'm here to tell you that God has already fixed it. That's what I love about the Lord. He's already fixed it. But we just need to wait on Him. We need to have faith and patience. And I wished I could take credit for this here, but I just not too long ago heard a minister, somebody, I forget which one it was, but some minister of the gospel, male or female, but I forget now. But they made this statement, and I know it to be true, 100% true. When we are going through a test, the worst thing we can do is run our mouth. The best thing to do is be quiet in a test. Remember in school, when we was in school and when you were taking a test, that's what it was, a test. And you couldn't talk during the test. You keep silent during the test. Same thing with God. If we would just keep our mouth shut when we were in a test, we would soon be out of it. So I thought that was so great. I wished I knew the minister that said that so I could give them credit for it. Because it's so true. When you're in a test, in the natural, when you're in school, you don't talk. So the best thing that we to do when God is taking us through a test, shut up. Just be quiet and go on through it in faith, like you said, Brother L.A., in your video. We just have to trust God. This is how we trust Him. We know that everything going to be all right. We don't have to worry. So when we're going through a test, the best thing for us to do is shut up. Just shut up. Some of them didn't do that anyway. I mean it, man. Cause present company included. And we will see ourselves that we will get over these things a lot quicker. Remember, the children of Israel stayed in the wilderness out there 40 years roaming around right at the promised land because they kept their big mouth and they just couldn't keep their big mouth closed. They kept complaining and murmuring. And every time they done that, what did God do? Make them go back around the mountain again. They went around Mount Sinai 40 years. And they were right there at the promised land. All they had to do was cross the Jordan River. But because of their mouth, they ended up staying in the wilderness 40 years before they were able to really see the promise that God had for them. A trip that could have took 7 to 9 days from Egypt into the promised land took them 40 some odd years. Why? Running their mouth, complaining and murmuring. That's a good lesson for some of us. But then again, I wonder sometimes, dog, will some of us ever forget it? Some of us just can't control that mouth about complaining. If you're going to use your mouth, because Jesus says we will have what we say. We need to speak right things. Speak powerful things. Don't speak that negative stuff come out your mouth. Oh, I'm just sick and tired. I'm guilty too. I'm guilty too. Then how come I can sit here and say it? Well, you just said you sick and tired. So guess what? You're going to be sick and you're going to be tired. Jesus said, you be careful of the word. Words got power. When we speak, we must speak that what we want to come into existence. And you better make sure they be sweet. I saw a slogan one time at a restaurant. It said, be careful of the words that we say from day to day to keep them soft and sweet. We never know from day to day which one we may have to eat. So in other words, that is saying something within itself. Jesus spoke to the tree. He said, no man will eat of thee. When they came back later, the tree had dried up from the roots. Words carry power, people. So Jesus said we will have what we say if we doubt not. He said you could say to the youngest mountain to be plucked up and planted into the sea. And if you don't doubt and waver, it'll obey you. So let's start speaking those positive things. Let's speak good health into our own bodies and good health into others that we come in contact with from day to day. Let's speak the good and not always evil. Some of us don't never think of nothing but something bad. We can just look for the bad and everything. Why don't you take time out to look for the good in some things? If you look hard enough, you can find some good in everything that we do with every day and everybody. Remember, Many Man will tell you this here. People, there are some good in the worst of us. And guess what? There's some bad in the best of us. So now don't think your britches done got so big now till you done got above these things. No, no, no. We walk by faith, not by sight. We must follow. If we say we love Jesus, then guess what? We're going to do what he say do. That is the acid test. Okay, you want to know if you're a follower of Jesus or not? Go check yourself. Go to the word. If you're doing what he say do, then you are his follower. If you are not doing it, you need to go back and come again. Simple as that. He said, he that come to me, I will in no wise cast out. So people, if we are not on base right now, all we need to do is get on it. Just go to we go to Christ. He's the one. You can't come to Middleman. Middleman ain't got nothing. I can't do nothing for you. But you go to Christ and you take it to him. And I guarantee you, everything will be all right. So that being said, remember now, people, we done got in the weekend and everybody get wild when it comes to the weekend. I don't know why we lose our mind when it comes to the weekend, but let us remember now, if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. Because remember now, the life you save may be your own. So with that being said, whatever you get or whatever you get into, if God is not in it, it's best that you come out of it. This is Middleman saying peace, goodbye.